I wanted to share another story. This is from chapter 5, Following Your Bliss. Perhaps that's why I instinctively turned to singing during my first IVIG infusion treatment in January 2010. I distinctly remember being anxious and fearful going in, half sitting and half lying in that hospital chair with those god-awful fluorescent lights glaring over me from above, and thinking, please God, let me get through this. It was one of those only times I questioned whether I would make it through treatment. I needed to know that skilled nurses were standing by, ready to quickly attend to me if anything happened. Why I was so freaked out, I cannot say. Perhaps it was just the prospect of having something foreign infused in my body that had been extracted from thousands of donors and not having had prior experience with the procedure to feel comfortable or safe. It could have been fear of the unknown or death, or maybe it was hearing the nurse recite the endless list of possible risks and side effects. None of these left me with a warm and fuzzy feeling. In the midst of my fear, I did the only thing I could think to do. I slowed my breathing, asked for another blanket, which came heated straight from the oven, and held David's hand. I let myself be in that yucky medicated space because I knew I had no choice. And then, when my heart was still racing so fast it felt as if it were coming out of my chest, I began to sing. The words just came out. It was the one thing I knew deep inside that would pull me out of this place in fear. I sang the first verse of a new song I had recently written. If you already knew. What if you were born knowing how your life would unfold, where you'd skin your knees when you'd see your first rainbow? What if you couldn't choose what you'd say or do? There'd be no surprises or waiting for signs as if you already knew. I couldn't have dreamed up more appropriate words to speak to my heart on that occasion. A few nurses even came by to investigate and listen to my voice. All I knew was I had to sing. And I knew then that somehow I would get through this. I knew instinctively that my place of joy inside was where healing would come from.